Hi. Last week I initiated a poll in LinkedIn. The question was, in VBA the main difference between a sub-procedure and a function procedure is, and there were a couple of options. Looks like a very simple, straightforward question, right? Well, there's a reason why I asked this question. I visited so many websites, and trust me, there are quite a good number of websites. While differentiating between a sub-procedure and a function procedure, they mentioned that a function always returns a value. And if this is what they think, then this information must have cascaded down to so many people. And guess what? I was right. Out of the 99 votes that I got in this particular poll, 64% of the people said that the function always returns a value. This answer is incorrect. A function is designed to return a value. It's not necessary that it will always return a value. You can also check out the Microsoft knowledge base. This is also mentioned there. What we will do now is, let's do a quick demonstration and let's see whether a function always returns a value or is designed to return a value. For this demonstration, you can use the Visual Basic Editor of Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, etc. It doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and let's launch the Visual Basic Editor by pressing the shortcut key Alt F11. Here I have some code in a module. Let me explain what this code does. Here I have a sub-procedure, and below that I have two function procedures. In the sub-procedure, I have defined three variables: fruit cost, fruit quantity, and fruit total cost. Here I am setting the value of fruit cost and fruit quantity. And here I am passing the fruit cost and fruit quantity as arguments to the function getFruitTotalCost. And here I am using the message box to display the returned value by the function getFruitTotalCost. In the function procedure getFruitTotalCost, I am calculating the total cost by multiplying fruit cost by fruit quantity and then returning the value to the calling procedure. So let's go ahead and let's test this. Ensure that your cursor is in the procedure subsample and then click on the Run Sub-User Form button or simply press the shortcut key F5. And we get the message the total fruit cost is 75. So this is a classic scenario where a function is returning a value to a calling procedure. Now let's take another example. I have a second function called getFruitCost. The code in this function is the same as the code which is there in the sub-procedure sample, except the message box. Let's go ahead and let's run this. Let's see if this runs. I click on this and I don't get any error. That means this function is running. And how do I know that? So what I will do is I will copy this message box and I will paste it here. And I will also remove this and I will multiply these two values directly. And when I run this, I get a message the total fruit cost is 75. So this function, as a standalone function, it can run. Now what I will do is I'll remove the message box. If I click on it, it runs. It will not show the message box. I will go ahead and I will comment few of these. And then I will call this function in this procedure. Now let's run this and let's see what do I get. And I get the total fruit cost is 0. This means that this function did not return any value to fruit total cost, and hence the fruit total cost was 0. This is a classic example where this function did not return any value to the calling procedure. So remember that the function procedure is similar to a sub-procedure. However, a function procedure is designed to return a value, which means that it can also return a value. It's not necessary that it will always return a value. And hence the second option in the poll is the right answer. Congratulations to the people who chose the second option in the poll. Your answer is correct. Give yourself a huge pat in the back. Stay tuned for many such questions. If you want, you can also go ahead and subscribe to this channel by clicking on the bell icon. This way, you will get an instant alert when I post a new video on the channel.